Zoom issue right there. I don't know what the hell was going on, but it's all straightened out. Chris Cuomo got suspended. What do you think a Cuomo getting suspended from CNN really had to do to get suspended from CNN? It's like when Tom Osborne was coaching Nebraska back in the day. You damn near had to murder somebody to get suspended. But Chris Cuomo apparently acted, well, I guess on behalf of his brother, not on behalf of being an anchor for CNN. He's suspended indefinitely. Like, if you went to the people that acted nefariously at CNN, they should all be suspended, if you really want to know the truth. But here's the deal: indefinitely pending further evaluation. After new documents revealed the cozy and improper nature of his relationship with aides to his brother. There you go. Basically, at least what I have read, and I don't trust necessarily anything that I read, but one of the things that I have read is that Chris Cuomo, put a little heat on his brother's accusers. Now look, I'm not saying that's stupid, but it's really stupid. I mean, it is absolutely stupid to involve yourself in that. I get that your brother is your brother. I get that, okay, you want to make damn sure that you protect him if you can. But Charles Barkley said it best, leave no receipts. Text messages suggest Cuomo was feeding Melissa DeRosa, Andrew Cuomo's top aide, info about the timing of Ronan Farrow's piece on Andrew's sexual harassment. So there's all kind of text messages. There's all kind of things that shockingly lead you to believe that Chris Cuomo, I'm not going to say, people want to say dirtbag, things like that, just isn't as reputable as he made himself out to be. I said this at the election time, and people are starting now to understand it. The winner of the election wasn't Joe Biden, the Democrats, and all that. The winner was the media. The media got a big fat victory because we made it okay, and it doesn't matter if you're on the left or if you're on the right, we made it okay to not have any journalistic principles. We made it okay to just throw shit out there, hope it sticks. If it doesn't, there's no consequence. I've seen that so many times. We've made it okay for, I don't know, a journalist, I guess there's still some alive, to be afraid of a certain segment of society, whether you're afraid of white people, Democrats, black people, Republicans. We've made it okay. We've drawn no lines between whatever the hell it is that you want to say and you want to do and what you get punished for, the consequence of such actions. So really, I guess you could sit here and say, well, Chris Cuomo is getting consequence. No, he's not. He'll be back. I mean, the dude that sat in a Zoom meeting, Jeffrey Toobin, and for some freaking reason decided to masturbate, is back. Now, let me ask you a question. I'm not even talking about whether he should or shouldn't be on the news. I'm talking about what kind of human being in a business meeting decides it's a good thing to, bait some fish. What kind of person thinks that way? Like, you got to not ask about, okay, the actual act, who it was in front of, but you got to ask, if you are the organization that employs this guy, what possibly could this guy be thinking to do that, and what other things could he possibly be thinking in his brain? This wasn't like something he did 10 years ago coming back on him. This is right now, this guy Toobin. But we don't care. Bring him back. It's okay. We'll still trust him. It's going to be the same thing with Cuomo. It's going, and you know what? I said it, and I'll keep saying it, and I'll never stop saying it. The winner was the freaking media. Hell, CNN would not even say the man's name that killed 6 people in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Wouldn't even say the guy Brooks' name until the end of the article. A van ran it over. Really? Was it driverless? Who is the guy? Who's the guy? Well, it turned out he did not like white people. You can say it. I talked about this yesterday. You can say it. Let me explain something to you, media outlets. African American people aren't as weak as you think. My God. The ones that I know aren't anyway. The ones that I know can handle, hey, look, some crazy dude that didn't like white people ran over a bunch of white people and killed them. You know what I mean? You can say that, and the black people that I know are going to go, that dude's nuts. What the hell's wrong with him? But man, oh man, we just don't think that way. So Cuomo will be back. There'll be a little bit of angst. He'll be back, spreading nonsense, spreading garbage, and it's both sides. We know this. So at the end of the day, it's infuriating. I'm not wanting everybody to be perfect. I don't want you to be perfect. Just be honest. Just be honest. Don't be going trying to influence things that you have no business influencing. And I got a brother, I understand it, but my God, just frickin' be honest. So it'll be interesting. The Mad Jacker, Jeffrey Toobin, got back pretty quick. We'll see what happens as you move forward with Chris Cuomo. My guess is that he will get back, and he will get back very, very, very quickly. By the way, a quick promotional ad. OutKick will be live from the SEC Championship this week. It's going to be good this weekend. Seriously, you're going to like this. It's going to be Clay in Atlanta, Jonathan Hutton, Jill Savage, Chad Withrow, a 2-hour OutKick, the Tailgate SEC Championship special. You can watch it live on OutKick's YouTube or Twitter page, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Live. Come by Stats Brew Pub, downtown Atlanta. Get autographed merchandise and more. Live. OutKick Twitter, OutKick YouTube, 1 o'clock. Join us live at the bar. Stats Brew Pub, 300 Marietta Street, Northwest Suite, downtown Georgia. Helmet signed by Herschel Walker, Nick Saban raffle, all kind of different good stuff. So make damn sure that you get yourself down to Atlanta, and if you are there, stop by Stats Brew Pub. You will like it. Tonight, let's fade some things. Had a good night last night. I hated that Elon lost, but Greensboro covered. Indiana, I got him at +1. That was a loss. I forget the other ones. They probably won because that's what I do. All right. Tonight, here are 4 bets for you. Let's go. North Carolina State -6 at home against Nebraska. Nebraska stinks. One of their good players, a guy named Trey McGowan, is out. Fred Hoiberg's a guy that I like, but Fred has struggled to get this program going. The Big Ten's tough. The Big Ten is so provincial. The Big Ten is so Indiana kids, Purdue and Indiana, Illinois kids. Nebraska doesn't have that footprint. Give Fred credit. He's gone out. He's gotten transfers. He's gotten JUCO. He's trying like hell. But I just don't think they have enough. And I don't think North Carolina State's great. Kevin Keatts a terrific coach. I think so. But at the end of the day, I don't think Fred Hoiberg can keep it within 6. It'll go back and forth, but I think that one will get extended out. I thought earlier in the year that Wisconsin was horse bleep. I'm not going to lie to you. I thought Wisconsin basketball was headed for an absolute disaster. And I said it many times. And I did not like this because Greg Gard, the coach, is a friend of mine. I like Greg Gard, the coach. I think Greg Gard, the coach, is a really good dude. What happened? Well, let me tell you, let me show you exactly what happened. Wisconsin has turned it around because Greg Gard is a coach and Jesse, as they used to say. I don't know what that means, but all the hillbillies that I know that coach go, hey, he's the coach and Jesse. He's a coach and Jesse. I tell you what, he's a coach and Jesse. I don't even know what the hell that means. They beat Houston and Calvin Sampson. That was a good over evil type of a win. They beat Texas A&M. St. Mary's, they beat them in the finals of the Maui Classic. They beat Green Bay. They lost to Providence. Now, Providence was really good early. They're 5-1. I like this game Now, they're taking on a 5-1 Georgia Tech team. Now, Georgia Tech has beaten Georgia Southern, Charleston Southern. They beat Georgia. They beat Lamar. They beat Stetson. And Miami of Ohio got them early in the year. I'm going to take Wisconsin, and I'm going to give Georgia Tech 3.5. I don't care. I feel good about that game. I do. I feel really good about that game. I think Wisconsin at 3.5. It's at Georgia Tech, so that makes it a little more interesting. But it's not like Georgia Tech has this raucous home crowd, when Wisconsin comes in. Maybe when Duke comes in. I don't know. Maybe when Carolina comes in. But I don't think that Georgia Tech's going to have this home court advantage. I like Wisconsin -3. Next one, UCLA -13.5 against Colorado. Now, Colorado had a nice little run. Colorado, for a while there, was cranking out. They were cranking out draft choices. They were doing a really good job, but that's kind of dried up. I'm not big on Colorado. I am big, however, on UCLA. I know they got blasted by Gonzaga, but sometimes a team that comes back from real success and then hears all summer long how great they are and all that, sometimes you've got to get punched in the face. And UCLA got punched in the face. So I'm not mad at UCLA's loss to Gonzaga, particularly coming off a win against Villanova. I'm not mad at it at all. I think UCLA plays really, really well. Now, Colorado is 6-1, and I'm going to tell you who they've beaten. They beat Stanford. Stanford's struggling. They beat Brown. They beat Duquesne. They lost to Southern Illinois, beat Maine, beat New Mexico, beat Montana State. Colorado not very good. I'm going to take the 13.5. I'm going to take the 13.5. I'm going to give the 13.5, excuse me. You can have them. I'll take UCLA. And I'm going to keep track of this night because I'm starting to get my sea legs in college basketball. And when I get my sea legs in college basketball, it's like Johnny Manziel, man. We make some money. All right, last game that I like. I don't necessarily like either of these teams yet. North Carolina at home against Michigan. I love Juwan Howard and the job that he's done. Juwan Howard has really opened doors for NBA guys to get back to their alma maters, like a Mike Woodson after him, and coach. And I like that. I think it's good. I think last year, Juwan Howard with Franz Wagner had a guy that could tie the whole thing together. Franz playing well in the NBA, by the way. This year, he seems disjointed. Instead of it being this, he seems out here. Eli Brooks, a veteran, Hunter Dickinson, a veteran, but the rest of the guys don't really know their role. And number 12, this kid Jones is killing them. He's killing them. Now, it's early. He's a fifth-year guy. He'll figure it out. If he does, okay, then I think Michigan's going to have a good team. I don't think he's there right now. I'm going to take at home, and you don't ever see this, North Carolina getting 1.5. North Carolina plus 1.5 is what I'm taking over Michigan. In fact, I think North Carolina beats Michigan. It would be an upset. It would be an upset if you just looked at who each team has. The Baycott kid is pretty good. I think really good. I don't think he's the toughest kid, but that fits with North Carolina historically. But I think he's good enough to hang in there and not get in foul trouble against Hunter Dickinson. Now, Hunter Dickinson, the post kid, the first-team All-American for Michigan, has struggled a bit. His numbers are down, but a lot of that is new teammates in a system that everybody's trying to figure out. Michigan will be good, but I just think they kind of wilt down the stretcher like they've done in a couple games. Doesn't mean I'm right, but it means I'm at least giving you a hell of a breakdown that you're probably not going to hear anywhere else. So that's it. Let me review. All right. North Carolina State -6 over Nebraska. Wisconsin -3.5 at Georgia Tech. The home team, UCLA, giving 13.5. Boy, I hate the hook. I mean, don't you hate the hook? I hate the hook. Over Colorado. And then I'll take North Carolina as a home underdog, getting 1.5 against Michigan. Hey, I want to thank everybody, Donnie and Jesse and Stephanie and Lauren, always behind the scenes putting this on. It's been a fun day. Allison Williams was great. Tomorrow, Bobby Carpenter, I believe, and we'll have some more gambling, and we'll have some fun, and we'll preview Thursday night football, and we'll get going on the weekend. I can't thank you all enough for supporting this show as we start it up. You see the name. Don't at me. Feel free to at me. I'm at Dan Dakich. If you want to listen to more of my nonsense, I'm getting in the car. I'm driving to downtown Indy, and I do a show on 107.5 The Fan starting from noon to 3. It's actually the best midday show in the history of the world. Have a great, great afternoon, everybody. Stay safe out there, and thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.